For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from rivals in GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV.
It is Monday Night Madness in the GForce Racing Leagues, and it is also Championship Night, brought to you by the Osh Weekend Racehorse, and GForce TV Esports welcomes you to the GForce Outlaws Rebels Division, presented by Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding. Should be a good one here at the virtual Cedar Lake Speedway, and no surprise, it's going to be a phenomenal night tonight of Championship 360 Sprint Car Racing. We welcome you to the Gambler Motorsports pre-race show at the virtual Cedar Lake Speedway for tonight's live coverage of the GForce Racing League's Outlaws Rebels division. Tonight's race is just one of 20 GForce Racing League divisions that compete during the week, and we're happy you've joined us for tonight's program. Alongside John Hine, I'm Marty Sakala. John, we've got a good one tonight, although we already have our championship crown for the Rebels division. We've still got a good show ahead of us.
Yeah, the real fight tonight's going to be that third, fourth, and fifth. I don't think there was a whole lot of space between them guys in the points there. But, yeah, Garrett looks like he's got this one wrapped up. Nick Vickery, who is second in the points, is currently on the top of the practice sheets. Garrett's down there. So I look forward to a shootout tonight.
Absolutely. I think we are going to have a shootout as well. Let's take a look at the point standings. And those point standings, by the way, are brought to you by iRacing League Manager. If you run or manage an iRacing League, let iRacing League Manager make it easier for you. Go to iRacingLeagueManager.com for more information. Let's take a look at the Rebels point standings in the 2021 spring season coming into tonight. Garrett Papiat with a 90-point lead. He's already clinched the division already. And now it's pretty much just a battle for second spot for right now, even though that's pretty much already clinched by Nicholas Vickery. Donovan Ross, third in points, 164 back. Corey Kusler, 169 back in fourth. Kyle Parker is fifth, 170 back. Brian Moore Sr., 212 points. He's sixth in the standings. Jeff Flaro is 221 back in seventh. Doyle Taylor, eighth, 232 back. Roger Craig is ninth, 281 back. And Patrick Spangler is 10th, 291 points back. Qualifying is taking place for right now, and qualifying is brought to you by VMR Wraps. VMR Wraps is looking to fulfill all of your iRacing paint needs. Their company is made up of several painters across the U.S. that allows them to specialize in multiple paint styles across all car types. If you're looking to get a new paint, please check them out on Facebook at VMR Wraps. So once again, qualifying taking place as we speak. You've got your intervals on the top of your screen, and currently the best time goes to Vic Ray in that 00 with an 11.72. Vic Ray hasn't won yet this season. He's been pretty close, though. John, he's going to be one to beat.
Yeah, that's still practice times that you guys are looking at. But Nicholas Vickery has been really coming on here late. I know he's got a couple of victories and a couple other series that we do here at GForce. And I said this in another broadcast not too long ago. I think he's probably one of the top two, maybe three most improved drivers for this season. So he has really come on strong here, getting ready for the summer months,
Absolutely. Let's break down the lay of the land for Cedar Lake Speedway in New Richmond, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's fastest piece of real estate, they call it. A 1/3 mile oval, 12 degrees in the turns and 6 degrees in the straights. Early on here, John, it looks like it's going to be the high side where the cushion is. That will be very key. However, though, once we get late into a run, once that track starts to rubber in, and with my experience of iRacing around Cedar Lake, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these drivers started trying the bottom near the tires.
Yeah, this surface here goes through a lot of changes through the night. Actually, we actually hold our hometown heroes, which is another series on Wednesday nights, where we run a bunch of different vehicles on this track. So a lot of these drivers have a lot of experience here. But I do look for the to have multi groove racing here. We've had it all season over there in the hometown heroes series. You know, you can go high, you can go low, and some guys will even get the middle to work here. So, you know, drivers are going to have options, which means this is going to be a driver's track, which it's good for us. We'll have a lot to look at and a lot to watch.
You can see more of the lay of the land around Cedar Lake Speedway, what the weather looks like. The race notes for tonight, 25 laps is for the feature, and caution laps do not count. Keep that in mind. So qualifying is underway. You can see all the times on the bottom of your screen. Currently, we are focused on Mike Cranmer and the number 70. These drivers are starting to run that middle line early on. Right now, Steve Shaw Sr. currently starts things off with a 12.38, but Cranmer goes to the top with a quick time of 11.91, edged out by Brian Moore Sr. with an 11.8 on track. Patrick Spangler.
Times keep going down.
Absolutely. Spangler now to the top with an 11.77. Let's see what his second lap time is. 11.84, so slower that time. Nicholas Vickeray coming across the start-finish line. It's Tom Taylor takes quick time with an 11.73. Vickeray goes second quick with an 11.75. Randy Shrebs, second quick, 11.74. Chad Cote, third quickest with 11.75. We watch him on lap number 2. Donovan Ross up to fifth quick with an 11.76. Cote's lap 2 time is quick time at 11.7. Fastest we've seen tonight as Ross goes to third with an 11.74. That was a quick lap by Chad Cote.
Yeah, that's all on the mail around this track for these 360s. Excellent lap by Chad.
3 drivers waiting on to take time, that being Jeff Flarrell. Actually, 2 drivers, rather. You joined in by mistake as a driver, and also Joe Halter. So while we wait to get things going here, give me your keys to victory tonight.
The keys are going to be just staying out of trouble, especially late when the groove goes up high here. Out of turn 2, that pit wall comes out, and it can sneak up as you're exiting that corner and grab you and either bounce you down into cars below you or turn you up into the outside wall coming out of exit of turn 2. And then throttle control. That's going to be key, especially going through these corners. If you're on the bottom near the tires, you've got to be patient, let the car roll. If you're running the middle or the top, you've got to make sure that you ease back into that throttle. Just so you don't spin it out. So those will probably be the keys for tonight.
Joe Flarrell timed 6 quickest with an 11.75. He scraped the wall on lap 2, so that is going to invalidate the lap 2 time, but that does it there for qualifying and time trials, and Chad Cote the quickest with an 11.7. Heat race number 1 is brought to you by A&J Custom Creations, specializing in laser engraving and CNC machining. A&J puts their craftsmanship to work in every wood trophy and plaque they produce. They provide trophies and plaque to all of GForce Racing League's division champions. Contact Andy Patton to order your custom creation today. So we get ready for Heat 1. It is 8 laps, top 4 inverted, and transfer on to the feature for each race. And let's show you how they line up for Heat 1. It's Patrick Spangler, Nicholas Vickeray on row 1, Donovan Ross and Chad Cote row 2, Mike Cranmer and Zach Chapman row 3, Roger Craig and Steve Shaw Sr. round out the field for 8 laps.
Yeah, with GeForce here, we do an invert, so the quick time here is going to be Chad Cote. He'll be starting outside row 2, so that'll be the row to watch. Those are the two quicker times, the two guys that put the quicker times up in qualifying.
Will be fun to see what happens. Keep in mind, no cautions here in the heats, and again, we take the top 4 to the feature. Should be a fun one here. We're glad you could join us for GForce Racing League's Outlaws Rebels division. Don't forget, tonight at 9 o'clock, we've got the Advantage Racing TV broadcasting the Renegades 360A division. Jeff Flaro, by the way, won the race and the championship in the C-Class Raiders division. So here we go for heat race number 1. We take the top 4, and it's Nicholas Vickeray and Patrick Spangler that make up the front row. We are green. Into turn number 3, they are side by side, Spangler and Vickeray. A good battle here for the race lead at the stripe. Lap number 1 looks like it goes to the 05 one of Spangler, but they're not giving up. Slicing and dicing for the race lead.
Well, looks like they're able to hang tight up there on the outside. The bottom usually is a little quicker here, but Nick Vickery and Chad Cote trying to get it. And, we got
contact. That is Donovan Ross in the 5 that goes sideways, and on his side is Roger Craig in the 747. So they will likely have to go to the B main, but it's Patrick Spangler that leads, Vickeray in second, Cote in third, Mike Cranmer with the final transfer spot at the moment.
Yeah, tough break for Roger Craig, but he did win our fixed 360 afternoon championship this afternoon, so he's probably still in a good mood.
3 laps to go here in heat number 1. A half-second lead for Spangler over Vickeray. Zach Chapman, the first one out, currently in 5th and far behind. Nice battle for 6th between Ross and Steve Shaw Sr. That will help towards the B main positions. Carolo sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go in heat 1.
They've pretty much single fouled out through the field here as the track is worn in. I can already see the groove getting wider. So next heat, I do believe we're going to see a little more side-by-side action because, guys, those options will start to open up as the groove widens.
Patrick Spangler wins heat 1. Nicholas Vickeray, Chad Cote, and Mike Cranmer all transfer on to the feature. Heat race number 2 brought to you by Howard Hanna Real Estate, the #1 family-owned and operated independent broker in the USA. Contact Scott Hurwitz at sherwitt@gmail.com. Scott has been a multi-million-dollar commercial and a residential real estate agent for years. He can help anyone find an experienced professional realtor anywhere across the country with the experience and knowledge to ask the right questions to get the best house for the right price. And big thank you to Howard Hanners for sponsoring, being a proud partner of GForce. Here's how they line up for heat race number 2, and we'll change that to get to heat race number 2. It's Brian Moore Sr. and Jeff Flaro that make up row 1. Randy Shrevs and Tom Taylor, row 2. Steven Bixler and Garrett Pepiat, row 3. Barry Goldner rounds out the field starting in 7th position as the field rolls off here for their 2 pace laps. You can see the cushion's really developed. It's going to be a lot lower groove here. And you can already see as you look close here as they make their way into turn 3, John, that we're starting to see a little rubber build up here on the bottom.
Yeah, it doesn't take long here, and you'll have to search elsewhere because that means there'll be a little more grip somewhere else. So these guys are going to have to figure that out, do it on the fly, and then make the best of their situation wherever they are on the track.
Again, top 4 transfer, Flaro and Moore Sr., your front row. So we get ready to go. Pace truck pulls into the infield. Heat 2 is green. Side by side off of turn 2, it's Flaro trying to get the advantage on the top shelf, but it's the Brian Moore Sr. looking down to the inside, near contact for the lead. Moore Sr.'s got to catch it, and it's Flaro who leads lap 1.
Yeah, the new Crown point champion is already up to 3rd after starting 5th in this one too, so he's on the move.
Garrett Pepiat in 4th position has the final spot over Tom Taylor. They're all single file for right now as they make their way off of 3 and 4. Shrev's trying to look to the inside of that 156. Nothing coming to fruition there, but your champion in the Rebels division, Pepiat, getting a little bit hungry off for 2.
Yeah, he didn't get the qualifying that I think he wanted, and so he's buried up a little bit back there, so he's got his work cut out for him, but he is in a transfer spot to make to the main show right now. And when you're in the heat race, that should be goal number 1 to make the main show.
Shrev's tried to look on the outside there, but Morris Sr. shut the door as they come off of turn 2. Spectacular angles here by iRacing. Pepiat trying to figure something out. Nothing working just yet, but Morris Sr. still trying to figure something out on Flaro with 2 laps to go. This is going to be a good battle to the end. Now Shrevs looks to the inside on Morris Sr. for the runner-up spot. Off of turn 4, final lap in heat race number 2, about to go down. Who's taking this one? We're about to find out. Looks like it's going to be Flaro. Morris Sr. keeps second. Shreves has to fight for third here with Pepiat off of turn 4. Heat race 2 goes to Flaro. Morris Sr., Pepiat, and Shreves transfer on in to the feature. Oh my goodness, what a heat that was. Heat race number 3 brought to you by the Coast to Coast Sim Racing team. And hang on, we have the wrong logo there. C2C features drivers from coast to coast in the U.S. and Canada and are pleased to be a part of the GForce Racing League since its inception. Let's give you the starting lineup and how they line up for heat number 3. It is Zach Chapman and Tom Taylor making up the front row. Oh, excuse me, I don't think this is the heat, I believe.
This will be the B main already.
Yes, this is the B main already at the B main. So we are getting ready to go here for the last chance showdown. It's Zach Chapman, Tom Taylor, row 1, Donovan Ross, Stephen Bixler, row 2, Steve Shaw Sr., and Barry Goldner, row 3. Roger Craig rounds out the field now. Let's double check here and see. Top 4 will make the A main, so 12 drivers transfer on into the feature, and we are on our formation lap already.
Yeah, actually, this one here, all 7 will go into the feature.
Ah,
here,
okay.
But they all will make it. But it's important. The more cars you do pass here, the less cars you have to pass in the next race. So they're fighting for a starting position here. But like I said, you pick up 2 or 3 cars here, that's less cars that you got to pass in the features. So there is something on the line, but it's also a good time to use a test session, try different lines. These guys do work on their sets. This isn't a fixed setup, so they can make some decisions on what they need for the feature here coming up shortly.
The B main brought to you by SBGC 3D Printing, involved in 3D printing since 2016, committed to making cutting-edge technology accessible for anyone who has an idea that needs to be manufactured, specializing in many businesses. Just an amazing business. Chapman and Taylor make up the front row. The LCQ, or I should say the B main rather, is underway. Again, all drivers will make it on in. This is just for funds, just for bragging rights here on the line as they go down the back straightaway. And it's Chapman with the advantage over Tom Taylor. Donovan Ross side by side for position 2. Taylor takes away P2, but Ross not giving up just yet.
Yeah, that top groove is starting to move up towards that wall here, so they're getting faster and faster as they're going around the track here now. Be able to get those cars wound up and keep their momentum around.
A couple of drivers nearly scraping the wall and bicycling the cushion. Ross got a little bit closer to getting that wall and putting him at the rear of the B main. Good battle here as hang on to her. That was Barry Goldner that got loose in the 36. Nice save by him, and Steve Shaw closes on in, looking for 5th on the track. Goldner, though, taking a piece of Bixler, looking for 4th, trying to get that low line to work, but it's just not coming in just yet.
No, not yet, but once you get a little bit further up, and you'll see it happen, because once you start getting up to the wall, you've got to start breaking the throttle a little bit just to keep from hitting the wall, and that'll allow that bottom, to work a little bit better, because you'll be able to kind of keep your throttle going, keep your momentum up on the bottom just as much as what you can on the top.
Ross is trying to set something up on the bottom, but nothing working yet. Trying to set some slide jobs up here, possibly on Tom Taylor. Nothing working at all, though. And Ross actually clipped the wall there in 3 and 4. Not what you want to be doing. So we're coming to the white flag here in the B main. Track starting to rubber in on that high groove, but Taylor closing in on Chapman. Taylor could have one last gasp on the 72 when it turns 3 and 4. Tries to set it up on the outside, but could cost him second to Ross. Ross slides up, doesn't work, and Chapman takes the B main.
Well, those guys sure made those last couple of laps exciting there. As you can see them now trying to move and try different lines and be able to attack each other a little bit more.
Absolutely. So now, while that is out of the way, we welcome you to the Icon Sim Sports intermission. Icon Sim Sports aims to bring the sim racing community a one-of-a-kind fixed chassis experience like no other, while exemplifying extraordinary customer service to its patrons. Imagine having a sim racing chassis built specifically for you, a custom chassis engineered to accommodate you and your needs, while replicating the look, feel, and design of a real race car. Visit their website at www.iconsimsports.com. So we get ready for the A main. These drivers will take 3 minutes to warm up, and then they'll get off track for 2 minutes just to get the track all set up for the feature. And then we'll get going with our 25-lap event. While we wait for that, talk a little bit more about the league. If you're looking for other racers that enjoy racing without all the drama and name calling of normal iRacing, come out and join the GForce Racing League. We have 20 divisions that race 7 days a week and currently broadcasting 6 different divisions. Members know that they are a part of something bigger than just the on-track experience. Go to www.gforcerl.com and click on apply to join in on the action. The cars are virtual and the racing is real. Don't forget tonight at 9 o'clock, Monday Night Madness concludes with the SBGC 3D Printing Renegades 368 division. Welcome Home Wednesdays feature the Icon Sim Sports Hometown Heroes with racing from Cedar Lake. Thursday Night Thunder featuring the Espelon Sprint Wraps Big Block Modifieds A Division. We finish the week off when the Spartan Racing Pro Late models unload their haulers on Friday night at 9 p.m. Come out and join us on GeForce Esports on YouTube and click subscribe to catch all the GeForce Racing League's action. We're going to pause here, and when we come back, it is the green flag for the 25-lap feature. Stay with us.
It all starts with the right house. That's where we come in. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Madness in the GeForce Outlaws Rebels division. It is now time for the 25-lap feature, and here is how they line up. It is Patrick Spangler and Jeff Flaro making up the front row, Nicholas Vickeray and Brian Moore Sr. in row 2, Chad Cote and Garrett Pepiat in row number 3. Row 4, it's Mike Cranmer and Randy Shreves, or I believe it's Shreves, excuse me. Zach Chapman, Tom Taylor round out the top 10. Donovan Ross and Steven Bixler in row number 6. Barry Goldner, Steve Shaw Sr. in row 7. And Roger Craig will round out the bottom of the field. And we'll show you the rest of the starting lineup here on your screen. There it is, and that is how they look for the 25-lap feature. They are all gridded, and we are just about set to go for 25 laps. Who do you got winning this one tonight, John?
Well, I tell you, second the points, Nick Vickery, he's starting inside row 2. I think he's got a really good spot here to capitalize. Garrett Pepiot, who's a little further back on the outside of row 3, he'll be another one that I will watch. He's, I think, won a few of these now in a row, a couple, 2, 3. I'm not even sure how many here. But I think those are the two guys to really watch. They've been the class of the field for the season. There's no reason to think they won't continue that here.
He's won the last 4 races this season. No question will he be a key contender in the A class next season. Patrick Spangler on the pole with Jeff Flaro next to him. It's going to be a fun one. Race fans, it's time to strap in and hold on tight, because these men are about to turn them loose and drop the sledgehammer. The A main is about to go down. Race fans, it's showtime! Off of corner number 2, it's Spangler with the advantage. Vic Ray in second, Flaro back in third. Nearly 3 wide off of turn 4, but it's Spangler that leads lap 1, but the yellow lights are on for the first time tonight, and it's for Donovan Ross in the 5. Let's take a look at the Malcolm Mills replay and see what brought out the first yellow in tonight's feature. So into turns number 3 and 4, does Ross just get a little bit loose on the bottom, or does he clip an infield tire?
It looks like he gets in the back of Tom Taylor a little bit. It looks like
okay.
more contact with the guys in front of him there, and just nowhere to go. That's just a product. Nobody really at fault. It's the product of a restart, or not a restart, but a complete start there. Everybody's bunched up, arguing over space. That can happen from time to time.
Donovan Ross going to go into the pits already, use his quick repair. But because of that situation, keep in mind caution laps do not count here tonight in the feature. Ross, by the way, coming in 3rd in series points with a .198 average of an incident career, I should say, is IL coming on in. But he's going to be a key driver to watch out for as we go back to green. Single file restarts here in the Rebels division, and it's Spangler off the gun. Flaro gets a little bit tight off of turn 2. Vic Ray in 3rd. Change for position as Pepiot and Cote duking at it for the top 5 spot.
Yeah, it looks like you got 2 different lines here. You got 2 guys on the bottom, a couple guys up top. We'll see which one prevails here.
Here comes Vic Ray on the top shelf in the cushion. The bottom starting to get a little bit rubbered, but not up top just yet. Look at Vic Ray. Hug the high side there. That takes away P2. And the yellow flag is out. We got a bunch of cars sideways. Barry Gold. We got some cars crashing after the yellow came out, and one of them was Flaro in the 200. Oh boy, we got a lot to digest here. So first, let's figure out where the yellow flag came out. We had Roger Crack, Donovan Ross, and Barry Goldner. Watch Goldner here off the turn 2, which happens behind or in front of him. Nope, this happens in front, the 75 of Bixler, and that just creates a mess with Ross and Goldner. Not what Ross wants, because if his IL over .200, he's stuck in the B division.
Yeah, he'll have to come back, turn some laps to make sure that it stays below that. Tough break there. Bixler just got loose, and you know, that happens there when it gets slicked up. These cars are a handful. That's why I said earlier about the throttle control. Yeah, you put too much throttle, around they come.
Flaro and Pepiot just got together from the looks of it.
Yeah, that's, you know, someone, a couple of guys, you know, focused on driving, which they should be doing with and not seeing, I think the yellow flag had been out there for a little bit. A little bit of a mistake for those guys, but both those guys are quick. They'll recover. So
we get ready to go back to the green flag, and Spangler fires. We're back to green. Quick jump there over Vic Ray. Let's see what Ward Sr. does. He tries the bottom. This could open the door for Pepiot. Now let's see if some of that doesn't look like he's got any damage from the wreck that happened. So he looks good from my end.
Looks like he's able to maintain his speed and ride that cushion there. So I'd say that car's in working order.
Battle for the lead here as Spangler got loose. Pepiat trying to gain 2 spots with a slide job. From third to first, Pepiat takes the lead, but Spangler tries to fight back on the basement.
Yeah, that exit at turn 2, that's a trouble spot on this track. You guys got to be careful out there. That outside wall will come out and grab you.
Side by side for second is Spangler and Vickery. But how about Garrett Pepiat? He is up 5 spots from the start, and he's already checked out from this pack. My goodness. A 0.6 of a second lead over Spangler, and him and Vickery duke it out for that spot. You've got Moore Sr. in 4th, battling with Randy Shrees for that position. Biggest mover so far in this race is Steve Shaw Sr. in 8th spot, currently up 6. Oh, 1 car on the wall. I'm trying to see who that was. That's Donovan Ross, I believe. In the grass, cuts turns 1 and 2. Just clips the infield tractor tire there. Shout out Facebook. And no yellow, we stay green. Keeps it going.
Yeah, he is not having the night he wanted to here. He's got to be careful and start watching those incidents so he doesn't collect too many of them and cause him a problem for moving up next season.
Stuck in the 13th position here. 14 laps to go, and already the leader approaching lap traffic. That's Goldner in the 36. Now keep in mind, lap traffic has to hold their line. So let's see how Pepiat deals with this. He's been pretty good on the low line today. Keep that in mind. So don't be surprised if that's a nice tactic for Pepiat.
Yeah, that's, again, a good product of this track. You do have different lines you can use, and they all work.
Let's go to the battle for second between Vickery and Spangler. Vickery nearly scrapes the wall off of turn 4, allows the 051 to close in. Let's see if we can take you on board for a lap with the driver of the 051. Yellow lights are on. Goldner has crashed. So with 10 laps to go, Barry Goldner involved in what appears to be a turn 3 incident. Not what he wants. We'll get the replay here in just a moment, and he's taking the pits. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like he got loose coming off turn 2 a little bit. And, wanted to stay out of the leader's way there and just kind of got the back end, had to drive it down the track and into the infield a little bit to catch it there, and kind of spun back up on the track and brought a yellow out.
Spun that thing into the grass. Definitely something you don't really want to be doing, and not been a night for Barry Goldner. Currently 14th, came in 11th in standings, and has raced in pretty much all the races this season. So definitely now what he wants is he's pretty much called it a night here in the Rebels division. Don't forget, coming up at 9 o'clock, it is the Renegades feature here. That should be a good one in the A class. On the call is the Advantage Racing TV broadcaster, so you do not want to miss that one. So
I'm looking forward to getting out there. I'm looking forward to getting out there for the next race. This looks fun.
Pepiat will bring the field back to green. He fires, and we're back underway. Spangler tries to look to the inside. Can't do it for iRacing Thrills until you cross the start line. Vickery scrapes the wall for a moment in turns 1 and 2, but he clears Spangler and takes the spot away. Moore Sr. and Treves go at it for 4th position on the track, and Moore takes it away for right now with 9 laps to settle it.
Looking them off quick, and then Garrett didn't waste any time stretching the lead out there after that restart.
Pepiat looking to go 5 in a row. Started at Williams Grove, then won Volusia, USA, and then the Hometown Heroes Spectacular. 37 wins in his career, a .165 career IL. His 97th start in GForce since the inception of League Manager. Nicholas Vickery currently in 2nd spot. Spangler is 3rd, as Moore Sr. and Shreeds continue to battle for P4 on the track. Shreves takes a look down to the inside, doesn't work. Moore Sr. a nice clear for just a moment. Good side-by-side racing as they power slide up a turn 4. 5 laps to go. It's Moore Sr. over Shreves for P4 on the track. And we've got a crash. The yellow is out, and it's for Zach Chapman. Not what Pepiat wanted. He had just about a second lead. And that will change everything as the yellow comes out in a 4-lap shootout. We're going to try and get what brought the caution flag out as soon as we can. And let's see what happened in real time with Zach Chapman in the Malcolm Mills replay.
As we look at it here, I think those tires down there had a little bit to do.
Oh man, almost got some of the leaders there. That was close.
Yes.
But in front of the Tory tires, as we call them in New York State. And this brings up a 4-lap shootout. Pepiat was just about to run away with this victory, but he's got at least one more restart. And what do you do here if you're Vic Ray and Spangler? Do you just try and read where Pepiat's been getting those restarts properly?
Well, what they need to do is get a real good restart with them, not lose any distance as they come across the start-finish line and go down and, do exactly what you just said. Try to go where Pepiat isn't, get a good run, keep your momentum up. If they do that, they've got a shot.
He's looking for his 7th win this season. Vic Ray looking for his first. Same with Spangler as we are back to green. Pepiat uses the bottom. Vic Ray up on top on the cushion. Yellow lights are on again, so we'll redo it as Donovan Ross crashes once again. So the night goes from worst to catastrophic for Donovan. 3rd incident he's been in tonight. And let's get the replay here and see what happened there that brought that caution flag out. Give us just a moment. And here we go. We've got it queued up on the Malcolm Mills replay on this restart. Does he gas it a little bit too much in the rubber? Nope, he doesn't. They're just fine. Oh, he clipped the attenuator and up he goes. And he got hit again by another car. Can't tell who that was.
Yes, Steven Bixler there. That's, Donovan's a solid driver. That you usually don't see him make a mistake like that. I'd be interested to know what kind of happened there. That was a tough break for him there, and now his car looks to be crab walking a little bit. So these last couple laps, he's really gonna have his hand full.
Definitely, again, not with the driver that came in 3rd in points wanted. And I believe we are going green this time, and yes, we are. And this should be about a 3 to 4 lap shootout here. Pepiat, Vic Ray, Spangler, Moore Senior, Shroud, Shreves, your top 5. Do they have anything for Pepiat, who is looking for his 7th win this season? Pepiat fires quickly. We're back to green. 3 laps to go. Here's Spangler inside for 2nd on Spangler. And Spangler gets 2nd spot away from Vic Ray, but it's not over yet in that battle. Parallel sticks are up. 2 to go for Pepiat.
For the bro battles for 2nd place, these guys keep swapping the spot. Looks like Nick now has a little bit of a run on the top side, and maybe that'll get him. It's a drag race coming out of 4.
White flag, 1 lap to go for the champion, Garrett Pepiat. It's been a phenomenal season ever since he won week 4 at the dirt track at Charlotte. Final turn, your champion, Garrett Pepiat. 7th win this season in the GForce Outlaws Rebels division. Vic Ray, Spangler, Shreves, and Moore Senior, your top 5. Just a great race overall here, John. And Pepiat with the low side. The double overtake early on goes to his advantage and takes home his 7th win this season and 5th consecutive as he parks it in victory lane.
Yeah, heck of a drive coming up from the 5th starting spot. He passed some cars, worked for it a little bit, but he got the job done tonight.
Absolutely, a strong performance there by the driver of the number 47. We'll get your top 3 in here, Pepiat, Vic Ray, and Spangler. So stay tuned for interviews with those guys, and I think we are ready to go. We'll start things off by... I don't think we've got Spangler just yet. We're still waiting for him to come on in. But while we are at it, let's give you the Cool Ray Heating and Air Conditioning Hard Charger. Cool Ray's goal is to make sure that Ray's tradition of 100% customer satisfaction lives on today. We'll get the logo queued up for you folks at home. There you go. Their mission is to continue built long-lasting relationships with their customers through their winning spirit and commitment to 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Your hard charger tonight is Roger Craig. Oh, nope, excuse me. Not Roger. It was Steve Shaw Sr. from 14th on the grid, up 7 positions, and gets the job done. Now it's time to talk with your top 3. And we'll start things off here with Patrick Spangler here. We'll move him up here into the broadcast. Patrick, it's Marty and John up in the booth. You got a copy?
Here, yeah.
Let's turn you up here just so you sound crisp and clear. Nice run for you there early on. I'll tell you this, that was a really fun battle between you and Vic Ray. Walk us through that.
That's pretty fun. I got out of shape a couple of times around the top, so I wanted to go down low, and I saw Garrett was running down low, so I was hoping to pull alongside Vickery and pass him, but he was just too strong up top.
Yeah, no question about that. Take me through that pass by Pepiot early on in the race. Just what did you see from your perspective?
I think I got into the wall up there. I was just trying to keep it so I wasn't getting ran over from behind, and he just got by me on the inside. I felt bad holding up. I think it was Moore behind me or somebody. But thankfully they didn't run me over and take me out.
John, you got anything you want to ask?
Yeah, just a solid run tonight, Patrick. What are your plans here for the summer? Are you gonna follow through here and run with us again on Monday nights?
Looking forward to run the D and the C so far, and then the B. So hopefully just keep running with you guys and maybe some different classes too. As watch, I like racing any dirt.
Got any plans?
Fantastic.
Yeah. What do you expect tonight in the A division race? Obviously, you got a top 10 finish, and I believe you are good to transfer on up tonight.
Just get a solid finish. Those guys are pretty quick up there, and Cedar Lake's not my best track, so just hopefully get top 10 and keep it in one piece.
Who do you want to thank tonight?
You guys for putting on, Roger for running the league here, and Wide Open Motorsports, even though not a lot of them come out for these ones, but Blake Chapman's running the A later, so I'll be racing with him.
Patrick Spangler comes home in third. Patrick, nice run tonight, man.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, you too. And we'll put him back in the waiting room, and we will bring in Nicholas in on here. Nicholas Vickery now joining us, finishing in second position tonight. Nicholas, Marty, and John up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are y'all doing?
We're doing good. Nice run from you tonight. Walk us through that.
Yeah, I got into Donovan in the heat race. My car washed out, and I got a little loose. I hate that for him because I know he was in third, and earlier he was asking about points. I knew he was right on my heels in the points chase, so I hate that him and I got together in the heat race. But and then in the feature, I would have liked to have seen it go a little longer on green flags. Me and Spangler got together coming off turn 2, and Pepier passed us both. And I was thinking in my mind, that was the opportunity. That's all he needed right there. And sure enough, he got out front and stayed out front. So.
Yeah, what's it like racing against Garrett? Obviously, I know he's been really dominant in the Rebels division this season, but overall, what's it like racing with him?
Yeah, I've ran with him in a couple other leagues as well. He's always fast, always consistent. And he can be aggressive at times, but at times it's justified. You got to make your way through the pack somehow sometimes. And this season, I've had nothing but good run-ins with him. We haven't really gotten into each other a whole lot on the track. It's always been good hard racing. But yeah, he's definitely been dominant. I know him and I were talking the other night, and I think he's won. This makes 6 in a row. So
yeah. Actually, I believe it's 5 in a row, but don't question me on that. But he's got a hot streak going on. John, you got anything for Nick?
Yeah, man, you look solid again tonight. Just one position short, but that does allow you to come up and run the A division tonight. Are you going to run that?
So I can't transfer because I elected to stay in the B this year.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask for some setup tips. Just you and I talking back and forth here. No one listening. But well, hopefully next season you guys don't elect to do that, and you guys can come up and run with us. So good luck and a great season, man, all around. Not just here in this division, but across the board, man. You had a hell of a season.
Hey, thank you,
Nicholas. Who do you want to thank tonight?
So I want to start by extending my condolences. One of my uncles passed away this past week. He was Baton Built Racing Engines. Back when I first started running GForce, I would always run his logo on my car. So I'm going to put that back on my car starting next year. But we lost him this past week, so definitely keep my family in your prayers. But as far as sponsors, Spartan Racing, it's a good group of guys. We all come together and race well together, and we try to finish up front as much as we can. Mirror Image Auto Spa, VMR Wraps, and GForce for throwing it all together, and you guys for putting on a show.
Great run tonight, man. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, guys.
All righty. Let's get to Epsilon Sprint Wraps Victory Lane. Looking to stand out from the competition, Epsilon Sprint Wraps creates tailor-made graphics and logos to fit your personal taste. With a focus on realistic design, you'll look like you drove off your local dirt track and into iRacing. Champions choose Epsilon Sprint Wraps. Alrighty. My goodness. What a dominant guy this driver is. 5 in a row. Oh, excuse me. 5 in a row, I should say. And his 8th win this season. So, Garrett Pepiak, congratulations on the win. It's Marty and John in the booth. You got a copy? Oh, we had some technical difficulties here. Let's try and see if we can get him back on in. We lost him, I believe. So we're trying to see if oh, he's back in now. Garrett, you got a copy? Still got nothing on his end. But while we wait for him, John, just give me your thoughts on the race.
Once again, these guys have been putting on good racing all season, and tonight was no different than what we've seen all season. Good side-by-side racing, clean racing for the most part. I look forward to running against the top 10 here because when we load up here for the next session. And just a good season all around. These guys, like I said, great racing all season. You watch guys improve. It's one thing. It's cool to come down and watch these lower series because you see guys progress, and you can just see them getting better week in and week out. And it's a cool deal on how we've got everything set up here at GForce. So there's something for everybody. So no matter your skill level, come join us. You'll find a place, and you'll enjoy your racing.
So I do not see Pepiat in the voice chats for right now. Oh, nope. I think we got him now. Let's see here. We're going to try this one more time. All right, we're going to try this one more time with Garrett. Garrett, you got a copy?
I am not even seeing the green light pop up around his name.
I am not either. So, I mean, we'll just let Garrett go then. Unfortunately, I mean, I know we would love to talk with Garrett, especially coming off of a championship run in the Rebels division, but he's got an A race to get to. Obviously, he transfers into that 11th in the standings as well. So we'll let him get on and get ready for that. Obviously, that session starts up in just about 3 minutes from now. So while we are at it, let's get you the official results here. Stand by as we get that loaded up for you all at home. Being a one-man show in the commentator and director's booth. So, do we have it? I don't think we have it, so we'll give it to you on our end. Pepiat with the win. Vic Ray second. Patrick Spangler third. Randy Shreves fourth. Brian Moore Sr. fifth. Chad Cote is sixth. Steve Shaw Sr. seventh. Jeff Flaro eighth. Roger Craig ninth. Zach Chapman 10th. Donovan Ross 11th. Stephen Bixler 12th. Mike Cranmer 13th. Barry Goldner 14th. And Tom Taylor comes home in 15th. That was a great race tonight for the Rebels division. Don't forget, at 9 o'clock on the air, Advantage Racing TV, and also on the GForce Esports Network and GForce TV, with Monday Night Madness for the Renegades 360A division, brought to you by SBGC 3D Printing. On behalf of everyone at GForce and on behalf of my broadcast partner, John Hyde, Marty Sakala signing off. We congratulate Garrett Pepiat, not just the winner, not just 5 in a row, not just 7 wins this season, but he is also the 2021 Spring Rebels Class B champion for the GForce Outlaws. Thank you all for joining us tonight. So long from virtual Cedar Lake Speedway.
I love being home.
It all starts with the right house. That's where we come in. Howard Hanna.
I love
Home happens here.
being home.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
I love being home.
From finding the perfect house to making it your home, we'll be with you every step of the way. Howard Hanna.
I love
Home happens here.
being